So, I originally debuted under a company called Giga Music Group. This is the first time I'm freaking talking about this, so you better get your pencils out, because I'm not talking about this again, okay? I'm not. This is my press run. This is the last time you're gonna get this shit. Okay, so, yeah, we're talking. I'm not gonna talk about every little, tiny, little, minute detail, but I do want to make sure everyone here is on the same page, so you're gonna hear it from my mouth instead of another mouth. Excuse my language. Like, you're gonna hear it from me. So yes, I debuted as YfuBaby myself. I looked a lot different. I'm stepping out of immersion very slightly. I hate doing this, but I feel I need this on record, alright? So, I debuted, it was a corpo character process, so how I first looked before I didn't choose how I looked. That body was already ready for me to get inside of. Ooh! Let me watch the phrasing there, but yes, I inhabited that body, and it was already preset for me, okay? It wasn't like ecstasy, how like you can just shapeshift and stuff like that to be whoever you feel like you want to be. And I wasn't even brought on to Giga to be a streamer. I was actually brought on to Giga to be a music artist that streamed sometimes. Yeah, that's what the whole original concept was. But then I started streaming, and I was but I really loved it, and so I continued to stream. Yeah, it's very interesting how it came about. Unfortunately though, things just did not work out with Giga. I was like not a part of this VTubing community at all. I had no idea what it even was. Like, I was fresh, you know, fresh face. I had all the dreams in the world, you know, but things started hitting me one thing after another, and I had no idea how to navigate it, and eventually it got very overwhelming, and it just didn't work out. It did not work out with Giga, so I decided to leave. CJ, thank you so much. I was young, dumb, and full of potential. But I did leave Giga because, well, for multiple reasons. The main reason was I didn't feel like it was the right fit for me, because there came to a point where Giga could not properly support me, the projects that I wanted to do, even though they did want to, but it just didn't work out that way, unfortunately. So I left, and I met someone who is not like an acquaintance. We share the same probation officer. Let's talk about it, okay? This is gonna be real quick. So, let's talk about, she was a showgirl. Her name was Lola. Right now, I need to come up with a really good name for us. Right now, we're civilians, because we're civilians of ecstasy. But I want like a name, like a different name. I was thinking of like exiles. I think those are really cool. Okay, so if you guys don't know who Lola is, then that's perfectly okay. But some of you guys might know me and Lola having a lot of similarities. We share the same probation officer. Yes, yeah. Basically with this, the company that was behind Lola was not a good fit for Lola. I don't think so. I think they may have bitten off a little bit more than they could chew, and I am young, dumb, and full of potential, so you know how that goes. Basically. But the concept itself was cool. I just think they were not really aware of the space. Not really their fault, really, but it became very overwhelming for me. Yeah, so I decided to leave. Yes, I did decide to leave that too. This one is a little bit weird for me, because this was like this is probably, man, I don't want to like, you know, bring the mood down or anything, but this was a really sad time for me, for real. Like, because I left, you know, I thought I left my name. I thought I left who I am, waifu, to go mingle with Lola. And then without Lola, I felt like I had nothing. I would have to start over from scratch again. And things were kind of spun, I guess, in a way to where it was like, I don't know. I don't even know what the rebuttal was, but I did something to this company. I was just there, bro. I just did my job. Really, all I really did was quit. Don't quit, guys. Don't quit. People start. But I did leave because it just wasn't, you know, I mean, I was getting supported financially and that's great, but I would rather do things on my own instead of, feeling like I'm not giving you guys what I want you to have, right? I'm giving you guys what a corpo wants you to have. And I didn't like that because no one knows you better than me, okay? No one knows what you like more than me. You can't deny that, okay? And I took I just didn't like how things were rocking with that. I spent some time with some of you and I just wanted you guys to have a more honest me. And that wasn't honestly me. And so I did leave and I was like, okay, well, so I left. Sorry, I left the bag, all right? Sue me. Well, don't really. Please don't. But yeah, I left the bag. So you can get mad at it if you want, but I wasn't feeling it, so I left. And after that, I did not know what to do. I felt like I was gonna start over, but you know, I really did think I was just gonna quit because I lost all of my music from Waifu and I lost all of my music from Lola. You guys were treated in a way that I didn't like you to be treated, and I don't know. I was just feeling really down. So what ended up happening was I have been friends with some people behind the agency of Flask. One of the owners knew what I was going through, obviously, because my freaking business was blasted all over the internet again. I mean, people are just addicted to that shit. Haven't you heard of just, you know, calling a friend, ET phone home? Anyway, all my shit blasted. So I had a lot of people contacting me. One of them was Flask. They actually helped me broker a deal with Giga. So I didn't have any really bad blood with Giga necessarily. It was just, you know, I just wasn't, you know, speaking to them at the time. So Flask helped me broker a deal. They were the third party like liaison, and they got the waifu IP for me. Yeah, so yeah, they brokered a deal that sounded good to me and I was able to accomplish through streaming. I'm not gonna get into any details about that, but I can say that now I own all of my things and I'm an indie for the first time. Yes, I do want to be transparent with you guys, because yeah, I feel like without answers, people will be like, what, you know, what is going on? So I'm so happy, yeah. And now that that's happened, there's great things to come. And so that's pretty much that in a nutshell. I'm not here to badmouth any corpos or anything like that. Really, I'm overdoing like, you know, stuff like that.